Yellowjackets Season 3 Episode 8, A Normal, Boring Life, is a cooldown from the explosive action of the previous episode. In Episode 7, the series surprised us with a tightly packed story that shook up the status quo and made me excited about the show's future for the first time this season. A Normal, Boring Life isn't a letdown after the fast pace of Croak, but it didn't hold my attention. Some of the choices in this episode have cemented that Yellowjackets isn't sure where it's going and is making wild swings to keep us engaged. But before we get into the review, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, drop a like and comment on the video, and if you're able, please sign up for channel memberships for exclusive content, which really helps us out. Anyway, back to the wilderness. So, there were some highlights as Hilary Swank is confirmed to be the adult Melissa. Unfortunately, this was a twist that everyone saw coming since Yellowjackets only revealed her supposed death one episode before. Melissa has been underused all season, and though she has attempted to push back against Shauna in the past and present, it barely makes a dent. When compared with the emotional nuance and connection between Jackie and Shauna, it's hard for me to believe that Melissa could elicit the reaction she does in adult Shauna. Their relationship has always felt more like fan service than purposeful storytelling. All season, my heart has been breaking for Nat, especially considering her fate at the end of Season 2, and this episode has me hoping she'll have a moment to shine before the end of the season. Throughout Season 3, Yellowjackets has been playing up the juxtaposition between the strong personalities and the weak ones in both timelines. Jeff and Callie have an ancillary plotline where they come to the same conclusion they've been reaching all season. Shauna is interested in herself and not her family. However, I don't know if Jeff will ever have the courage to leave her. I love Shauna as a character and I want to see Yellowjackets push her even further, but the best way to do that would be to develop the other characters. In the woods, the girls are swept away by the possibility of rescue, even though it's pretty clear that this will end up being a disappointment like the previous attempts. And if I'm honest, I wanted more from Joel McHale and Ashley Sutton. The Yellowjackets might be capable of murder, but the adults have more power than they think, and I hope Episode 9 uses that to its advantage. As the title would suggest, A Normal, Boring Life is all about the sharp contrast between the world the Yellowjackets left behind in the woods and the letdown of the real world. No one embodies and understands this disappointment better than Shauna, who is fearful of the person she'll become back in society. In the future, we see she has a reason to be afraid as she became the person she never wanted to be, and suppressing her guilt, rage and thirst for excitement has only made these parts of herself grow stronger. We've been waiting to see Shauna properly snap since she first murdered those rabbits in Season 1, but I don't know if Yellowjackets has fully justified this emotional turn. I've never thought of Shauna as truly bloodthirsty, just hopelessly dissatisfied her entire life. The emergence of Melissa, someone she easily manipulated as a teen and who represents that hidden part of herself, is a great excuse to set herself loose. However, where will Shauna and Yellowjackets go from here? We've already seen her evade the cops and cover up a murder, and I'm not interested in rehashing that. It makes sense that Lottie and Ty wanted to stay behind as they both have a supernatural or psychological connection to the wilderness. Shauna's choice to remain in the wild is the most interesting. She's never bought into the power of the woods. However, she wants to stay so she can feel powerful, and this will build up to the clash between her and Nat that Yellowjackets has been hinting at all season. This will likely evolve into an all-out civil war, as even the most passive Yellowjackets won't sit by as Shauna denies them rescue. Season 3 has had both too much and not enough going on in every episode, and A Normal, Boring Life exposes this. The wilderness plotline is on track to see some relationship-destroying action unfold, but the present is juggling too many opposing stories. Lottie's death, Van's illness, Shauna's violent outburst, and Ty's battle inside her mind are only a few of the threads that Yellowjackets will have to wrap up in the last 2 episodes. This is a lot of ground to cover, and Yellowjackets needs to end on a high note to justify its return next season.